In a Country Cottage, by Nissim. Ezekiel is a reflective and introspective poem that delves into themes of solitude, nature, and the inner workings of the human mind. The poem captures a moment of retreat and contemplation, providing insights into the poet's thoughts and emotions as he experiences the tranquility of a rural setting. The poem begins with the poet describing his arrival at a country cottage, a place that immediately evokes a sense of peace and seclusion. The cottage, surrounded by nature, stands as a stark contrast to the bustling city life the poet is accustomed to. This initial description sets the tone for the rest of the poem, emphasizing the importance of the natural setting in influencing the poet's state of mind. As the poet settles into the cottage, he begins to notice the various elements of nature around him. The sights and sounds of the countryside, from the rustling leaves to the chirping birds, create a symphony that fills the air with serenity. Ezekiel's use of vivid imagery helps readers visualize the tranquil environment and understand its calming effect on the poet. The poem then shifts to the poet's internal reflections. Away from the distractions of urban life, he finds himself engaging in deeper contemplation. The solitude of the country cottage allows him to reconnect with his inner self, pondering over personal thoughts and emotions that often get overlooked in the daily grind of city living. Ezekiel explores the theme of solitude not as loneliness, but as a necessary state for self-discovery and mental clarity. The country cottage becomes a metaphorical space where the poet can detach from societal expectations and explore his own identity and purpose. This introspective journey is portrayed as both challenging and enlightening, offering a fresh perspective on life. In the quietude of the cottage, the poet also reflects on the passage of time. The slow, unhurried pace of rural life stands in contrast to the fast-paced nature of the city. This slower pace allows the poet to appreciate the small, often unnoticed details of life, fostering a sense of gratitude and mindfulness. As the poem progresses, the poet begins to experience a sense of renewal and rejuvenation. The natural surroundings and the time spent in contemplation help him shed the stress and anxieties accumulated from city life. This transformation highlights the healing power of nature and solitude, suggesting that such retreats are essential for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. The poem concludes on a note of quiet contentment. The poet acknowledges that while he must eventually return to the city, the experience of staying in the country cottage has provided him with a renewed sense of self and a deeper appreciation for life's simpler pleasures. This concluding sentiment underscores the lasting impact of the retreat, suggesting that the insights gained will continue to influence the poet's outlook even after he leaves the cottage. In a Country Cottage, by Nissim. Ezekiel is a contemplative poem that explores the themes of solitude, nature, and self-reflection. Through vivid imagery and introspective musings, Ezekiel captures the transformative power of retreating to a peaceful rural setting. The poem highlights the importance of taking time to disconnect from the demands of urban life and reconnect with one's inner self, ultimately suggesting that such experiences can lead to profound personal growth and renewal.